Across our industry, everything's changing. For 100 years or more, our industry has pretty much operated the same way. We produce electrons in large power stations and then distribute it into homes and businesses and build customers for that. That's going to change. And the sooner we accept that it's going to change, the sooner we start to build our business around a different future. And there's a number of dynamics that are causing that change. One of them is technology. And I see technology in our industry as two different types. One is the obvious distributed technology like solar panels and batteries that either produce, manage, store, or consume energy. There's the other type of technology that's influencing our industry, which are digital capabilities. It's the platforms for data analytics, it's the monitoring and censoring that goes on. All those things are combining to create quite a lot of change. But the other thing that's driving change in our industry is regulation and policy. The regulator in New Zealand wants to create more competition, so they influence change too. And the third one is competition itself. So all these things are contriving to create that change. And some of the change is in the distributed energy world. So distributed energy for me is anything downstream of a meter. So upstream of the meter is the grid. Downstream of the meter is everything from your kettle, your toaster that consume energy, solar panels that produce energy, batteries that will store energy, and systems and software that will manage it. So in the past, they were simple devices. But as we move forward, the lower cost of monitoring and recording information from appliances and sources of supply and demand in a home is making it easier to connect up and collect information. We're now going to see integration of these originally simple devices like toasters and thermostats and heat pumps such that they communicate with each other to optimize their use, so that you make sure your washing machine goes on at night while electricity is cheap, or that your solar panel knows to store electricity in your battery rather than export it onto the grid because that's the most economical thing for your household. The really exciting thing in the future is when we start to aggregate across businesses, homes and communities where energy will be shared. So that last electron that is sitting in a battery in someone's house on a Friday night has got a value. It's got a value to that home, but it's got a value to someone else too. And it might be a greater value to someone else, and the right thing might be to export that electron and let it be consumed down the road because it's worth more to them than it is to you. In the traditional model of energy, electrons are flowing one direction from power stations through the grid into the home. When you put solar panels on a roof, it starts to get a bit more exciting because you've got three flows of electrons. You've got electrons flowing into the home to consume, but if there's more being produced on a sunny day than that house needs, it's being exported onto the grid, and in the evening when there's no sun, it's being imported from the grid. But those three flows are still not that exciting because they don't really engage consumers. Storage in the form of batteries in homes and businesses is going to transform our industry. It's going to be the biggest transformation since the light bulb was invented. Because as soon as you've got a battery in a house, you go from 1 to 3 to 7 flows of electrons. Each of those flows has a different price and a different benefit for the consumer. So if you're producing solar on your roof, you can choose to use it in the home, to store it in the battery, or to export it onto the grid. Which one are you going to choose? So someone's going to have to come in and manage that for you. They'll give you choice in the sense you'll be able to choose your settings. You'll be able to say, I want my house to be 21 degrees, 24/7, I want comfort. Or you'll want the most efficient possible running possible to give you the lowest price. Or you might just want convenience and want to have no choice and let the algorithms and the software do it for you.